Good morning, afternoon, evening to everybody. Welcome to Dragon Warrior Randomizer. My name is CyberDark86. I'm joined tonight by Ziggy and Comms. We also have Shihali and Destiny of Dragon Warrior on tracking and Flower restreaming. Welcome to week 2.
Yeah, hello everyone, here's Ziggy. So tonight we're gonna have a pretty interesting race against Sillydabbit, Edge, Talvaran, Mand, and the American Dweem. All four players, I believe there's none of our players that won their race in week 1, so they're going to be chomping at a bit to get a win and get into a good position to make the playoffs. So tonight, the flag set, I believe we have a command, right, for the flags?
That may not be set, but we'll have it show up on the screen in a minute. Basically, we have Chaos. We have... Oh, look. That is right. So yeah, random weapon prices, vanilla monster abilities, random monster stats, XP and gold provided, speed hacks, small map, very fast XP, not random. Short and easy Sherlock, which is great, and Tri-State Treasure Guards, keys, and summer sales. So we'll know whether we need keys right away. Everything else is kind of... we'll see what happens.
And I think the key flag for this week is the Chaos enemies. You never know what enemies will have as far as stats, that means strength, agility, HP. However, this week, monsters have vanilla abilities, so they have the same abilities and the same percentage chance of using these abilities as in the vanilla game. That helps a little bit the players to know what monsters can do, but they don't know how much they're going to punch for, how much HP they're going to have, or what resist they're going to have. And our players are now starting.
Alright, so we've got 3 chests here. If we see a key, we're going to need keys all the time. If we don't see a key, especially in the top chest, we will never need keys, and Rimaldar is meh.
Oh, we're starting with a heart. And keys are on. That's going to make this is a little bit more complicated, but our players are starting with a spell of return, so that means they will be able to begin with keys. And there's a town right next to Tantagel.
So I believe most of the racers started off with 600 plus gold. That may be enough to buy something. I believe well, because of random weapon prices and possibly summer sale, I think we saw a silver shield earlier the week for 1 gold.
Yes, we did. That was kind of funny. I didn't think equipment could roll under 5 gold, so I was kind of surprised. Mand got blocked by a magician, and the town is actually Garanum, so we're going to be able to see the shop.
Alright, we've got a broadsword.
Broadsword, that's a good start. The rest is a little bit costly for our players.
There's a fighter's ring, gold, a curse belt, and something else in our treasury. It wasn't a weapon, so probably not worth it. Looks like Dabbit may keep it, but Dweem reset.
Edge is also keeping it, so the top 2 players are not going to keep keys, and the bottom 2 players will keep their keys. Unless they went and bought some. I didn't even notice if one of our players actually went to purchase keys.
Apparently the top 2 did.
Okay.
There's another town here to the east. Dabbit's going to find, but the Armor Knight takes him out first.
Well, I believe Edge has found the doodle. This Red Knight is not attacking for a lot of damage. So the noodle is an enemy that is guaranteed. There it is a noodle. Doesn't give a lot of experience, 17, but that is going to be enough for level 3. 7 power, 15 agility, 6 HP, 12 MP, and a spell of sleep.
So sleep could be important for leveling up. We do have, of course, we know what enemies are normally have abilities. Like there is an Axe Knight around that I think Mand was doing a lot of damage to, but it has sleep itself. So if you can put it to sleep, it would certainly help out.
And the other town we had seen was Scantlin. The large shield is affordable. I don't think we've seen Silver Shield or Flame Sword yet.
Bort is saying the silver is cheap, so that might have been in the top shop. I missed it there. We'll see what's in the bottom shop here. Nothing else. That broadsword is going to be our weapon for a while, I think.
And Edge is going to check what is behind Garanum. It's the old man, the Stones Cave, and he's guarding the flute.
Das Flute.
Das Flute. In week 1, the flute was a very important item because golems could be very hard to run away from in Sharlock with the flags that we had. This week is very likely the flute is going to just be a waste of space in the inventory.
I think Flame may have been in Garenham, their flower, but it wasn't very cheap. Probably cheaper than normal, but the broadsword was really cheap.
And in the basement of Tankagel, we see its Tablet Cave. Dweem is going to go and check it.
Man is up to level 6, got 26 HP in that 3-level jump there.
I got us. Oh, there is a treasure guard.
Oh, hello. It's Magic Wyvern. Might not be too bad. It's doing a lot of damage, though.
About vanilla strength, and of course, yes, sleep, because we have vanilla abilities. So I don't think our players are going to be strong enough. Silly Debbie gets caught by a wizard. Gets hurt more. So far, we really haven't seen an enemy that was both easy to kill and very valuable in experience. Man got his level 6, mostly killing enemies that gave 17 and 33 experience.
So Edge here on that Magic Wyvern now in Tablet Cave. Yep, any Chaos enemy seeds will have a wet noodle. So far, I think it was the Wraith Knight, seemed to be the easiest one.
Yes. By noodle, we mean an enemy that has either 4 or 5 HP and an attack strength that is very low and no abilities. So even in vanilla abilities, the noodle will override that, and the noodle will have no ability whatsoever. So it's one way to notice if it is or not.
Yeah, that will be the Wraith Knight. 3 HP. 22 agility, 10 attack, 11 defense. This is probably our noodle.
And man, that level 7 just got heal more.
We like the Moors, we prefer hurt, but hey. Dabbit was stuck on level 1 there, but managed to rocket right up to level 6.
There seems to be a lot of fairly difficult enemies to kill. And, oh, a crit by man kills a scorpion and gets 120 experience. I think we just found an enemy that gives a lot of experience now. Now, can't they kill scorpions without a crit, is the question. Maybe with heal more, but...
It was doing a lot of damage earlier, so it might be a good fight. Apparently wizards are worth 211, if you can live through them. Of course, wizards will have hurt more and heal more, I believe. So we do have Hoxness here for Dweem. It's a magician. We saw those were harsh earlier. Only doing 1 damage to it, but it has hurt, so...
However, the first time we saw them, not only did it deal a lot of damage, but it seemed to have a lot of agility preventing our players from running away. So it might take a moment before we can kill them.
Well, we one-shot a metal slime and got 7 experience and 1 gold. Ooh, murder bats. Man goes down to a magician. We're probably going to want hurt more for that one, I think.
Most likely. Maybe hurt. You never know. Sometimes it's enemies with a lot of strength and a lot of agility end up having very low HP, and just a couple hurts will kill them. But it's pretty obvious that they won't be able to boop them with a melee attack for a while.
Good news is we have hurt more on level 8. So that'll be fun.
So there's 2 targets I think our players are going to want to use hurt more on. We have in Tablet at the bottom of Tantagel, the Magic Wyvern, and our Magician in in Hawksness. If the Magician in Hawksness is also good experience, that could be the grind for our players.
Yeah, something you rarely seem to see in Chaos. It seems like the stronger enemies, of course, which would end up on the spikes, and in Sherlock for that matter, seem to have less experience that they give. At least normally. It can happen, but you're going to have a harder time fighting them, and eventually they may even start running away from you.
Right. That's always pretty funny. You go to a spike tile or something, you come in, the enemy immediately runs away from you, and you can take whatever is there.
So we're getting to use Hurt More now on that Magic Wyvern. It goes down in 1 shot, gives you 42 experience, but has the armor.
Oh, wow. That's a big deal.
So I know Edge had seen Swamp Cave or Tablet Cave as well. I don't know about anyone else.
But Dweem has found Mountain here. I didn't really see where it was. Mountain has Magicians. Magician does not go down to 1 hurt more.
Let's try in a second one. There it goes. 13 experience, not our grind.
Not our grind, no.
Nope, you cannot outside from a lake cave, including Stone's Cave. Sorry, man.
Magic Key is the first chest on the 2nd floor.
Red Slimes have 94 experience. That's not bad.
Anything you can kill quickly that is around 100 experience is worth hitting very much every time.
And that's one of the fun parts of this mode, like you said earlier, is finding a grind. Like your spike tiles are not always a decent grind. So you have to find a zone that has some decent enemies that will give you either mid-level experience with 1 high-level experience enemy or something like that to be able to stay in, right?
Magidrake is pretty good.
Ooh, 173.
And both Man and Dweem discovered that at exactly the same time.
So Edge gets a hurt more, the Magician casts hurt, which means he should get the hurt more here. And there are our stones.
Mountain was kind of a dud. Absolutely nothing in there. but right next to Mountain is the Harp Shrine, so Dweem will be able to do his trade-in.
Nice to find that early, especially after you already have Harp.
Always have a little bit of relief when you can find that before you find the Jerk. Because, you know, oh, if I get all the items and then I find the Jerk, I'll be able to do a trade-in. I won't have to walk across the world to actually go back.
Magidrake is attacking for about 15. It's not too bad. They have the hurt spell. Attacking for 21 there. You can pretty easily take them out. They're a decent grind. And they're right next to Garenham, so it's not too far away from the start. The blue dragon has run away from Edge.
And Edge is going to find the two caves. Rhine and Mountain.
Level 9, 11, 2, 0, and 0. Empty Eye loves it.
Stats are really average at level 10. Strength and agility both about 50, HP 78, NP 60. Nothing really you want to complain about. They have heal more, they have hurt more. I think the one thing is, don't think any of our players have a shield. I believe the large shield is affordable around 700. But I think we saw Silver Shield was a bit cheaper than usual, but not exactly cheap. And Dweem gets his armor.
I think Dabbit may have picked up silver? There's a couple people have said it in chat now, so I think he did, and they said it was roughly around 100 gold somewhere. Top shop at Cantlin. Man is going for some coordinates here. And we have 21 north and 50 to the west. That's not too bad.
I believe there were some rivers on the way, though, so that might be a complicated count. It's possible that a few of our players are going to elect to save the princess.
But thou must.
But thou must. You don't really want to lose a race in the beginning weeks of a tournament just because you missed a count. I don't know, maybe that's me, and, you know, I play very, very safe, so in situations like that I just prefer taking the safe way out and save the princess, but I think if we see it's the first time we see Sherlock here on man screen.
Surrounded by swamp, the best way to be. Swamp, snow, and desert all in one screen.
I wonder how skates are going to do on the desert. I don't think it's very recommended. I think Dabbit found a pretty solid zone. The Druid gives about 80 experience. I don't know if the Wizard is also in this zone. That gives 200 experience. It is. Oh, wow. I think Dabbit found a zone.
Yeah, you've got 2 high-level experience enemies, 1 mid-level. That's a good place to stick. It depends on, of course, when you get to the higher levels, if they start running away from you or not. That can be an issue. The Magician is also here, though. So that's a bit iffy.
In Chaos, however, the way it's set for the ability to run away is that on the overworld, enemies are all at 0.25 of their agility compared to your agility. So it's never that big of a problem to run away against an enemy, even if they have very high agility.
I don't know, 225 agility can cause issues. Of course, it's always worse than Sherlock, but it can still cause issues.
No, that's when you really want to have, if possible, a Silver Shield and Repel to avoid these if you can.
Those wizards easily going down to a hurt more, though, so yeah, this is a very decent spot to be grinding. Just one more enemy should bring Dabbit to 13.
There it is. 10, 11, 0, and 28 MP. That's a lot. I think Dabbit is gonna want to start exploring now.
Yeah, 28 MP means you have quite a few hurt mores now to go around and explore and try to get your stuff.
Man defeats the magician's gonna grab his stones.
Edge trying to fight a poltergeist here is not doing much damage to him. Using hurt though. Oh, finally runs away.
Yeah, Edge is trying to get through Mountain, but now he's very, very low in resources. Thankfully he has Erdrick's armor, so he heals every step.
Man takes a golem for 125, goes down to a single hurt more.
There's a good amount of decent enemies in this seed, I feel. It's not the kind of seed where everything gives 30 experience and is very difficult to kill.
Small shield for 700, I think I saw at that time.
Yeah, are all 3 shields around 700? That'd be pretty wild.
Saw a really cheap full plate there, but of course Erdrick's armor is so accessible.
Talking about Erdrick's armor, I believe Silly Dabbit still has not checked on their Tantagel.
Hey, we have a Brecconary. Well, the clothes are very cheap.
I wonder if Dabbit is gonna feel behind. Well, we'll see. Oh, he does have the armor. Never mind.
Blue Slime's worth 101. That's not too bad. There seems to be a zone just southwest of Sherlock here that has the wizards and some blue slimes. So maybe another potential grind. It does have desert tiles as well.
Ghost is not exactly a great enemy to kill, however.
I missed what was on Cole's search spot there. Edge just got there.
I don't think I've seen it either. Cole was empty, chat tells us. It's absolutely nothing. So what do we have left? We have the entirety of Grave left. I believe we still have the chest in Remeldar.
Yeah, I don't think I saw anyone check that one. Sherlock itself, of course, there won't be the token is the only thing we're really missing. That won't be in Sherlock. The sword, of course, we're also missing.
And we don't know yet if the coordinates are going to be either the sword, the token, or it could be the death necklace.
Could be. Apparently, Dweem did check Rim, and it was an herb. Dabbit looks to be doing his count here. Man picks up the harp. Dabbit is not in the right spot.
Well, that's when you start stressing a little bit, when you're doing the spiral and you cannot find the item.
Seems to think he went too far. Oh, there we go. It's the token.
It's the token.
I believe there's another cave here to the southwest.
And Flora says, all vanilla. Indeed, yeah, there's 2 caves in the southwest. Is one of them grave? We got Swamp South.
Swamp South. Is the other Swamp North?
Oh, that's the best. No, it is grave, though.
Thank you, Jay Coper, for the raid. And we actually have had one seed where the swamp caves were that far apart.
Wasn't it the case in Newer Seed?
It was.
Was Jerk and Harp Shrine and Swamp South and Swamp North in the single screen? That was kind
All
of
in the single screen, yeah. Alright, so top of grave, we got a gold chest, we've got a gold chest, and we've got
the sword. Oh, that's everything. So Dabbit, as soon as Dabbit actually goes to Hawk's Nest, he's going to be grind and go, and he has found a great zone to grind. I think Dabbit is in the lead right now.
Yep, then we have Edge and Grave now, so he should be picking up a sword, assuming he gets there. Doesn't seem to be anything too bad in the way.
First is going to grab his money.
Alright, so Dabbit has the harp, the token, the sword, the armor, and the silver shield. And has a decent grind zone, so all he has to do is go to the Hawk's Nest, pick up that stones. We haven't seen Jerk yet, though. We still have to explore for Jerk.
I believe we've seen Jerk, but I don't think Dabbit has seen Jerk.
Ah, apparently it's just found Jerk. It's hard to watch 4 screens at once.
No, it is. I'm missing way more stuff than you think you would miss.
Dweem is just about to pick up the sword here now as well.
Seems like all of our players were following each other. The thing is, Dabbit went there while counting, while our other players are going to have to redo a trip here, either with the princess or by doing the count. And Edge decides to go outside. I don't think we're missing a location, so Swamp Continent should, yeah, be completely empty. It's just a small island.
Yeah, I don't think we've missed anything at all. So all in all, a very small area to explore. We said Dabbit should know where Hawk's Nest is by now. Shouldn't have a hard time getting to it. Everyone else has gone there and defeated the Magician. So this shouldn't be too long of a seed, depending on Dragonlord 1 and 2. In Chaos, of course, Dragonlord 2 can have anywhere between 100 and 230 HP, I believe.
Correct.
So that could be a very fast kill or a very long kill. You could also have Sleep and Heal. So most times you fight DL2, you throw out a stop spell right away just to see.
That's an interesting little quirk of vanilla ability. It does not apply to the Dragonlord, either the first phase of the Dragonlord or the second phase. The Chaos will overwrite it, so both Dragonlord 1 and Dragonlord 2 can roll abilities, which is kind of interesting. However, Dragon Lord 2 can only roll sleep and heal as extra abilities.
Correct. Death Necklace is on the cord. Sorry, token is on the cords. So Grave could hold the Death Necklace, or Charlotte could hold the Death Necklace. Of course, the other big thing in Chaos is DL1. DL1 can be mean. He can roll a lot of HP, he can roll a lot of attack, he can roll a lot of agility, he could roll sleep, he could roll hurt more. It could be very, very interesting to fight DL1. In fact, sometimes DL1 is the final boss. Or the real boss, I should say. Basically, you have to get through DL1 with enough MP to survive DL2.
And then there's still the chance of getting a 230 HP DL2 and just go, oh, guess I'm gonna have to get a few levels more. So the Spike is also a magician in Swamp, so I believe the zone close to Garinum is the best grind zone in this seed. By a fair margin.
Definitely agree. Shihali confirmed there's 183 for the Silver Shield. I did just see Man pick up the Flame Sword. So hasn't gotten to pick up Erdrick Sword yet, but shouldn't be too far behind once he gets the coordinates counted.
Yeah, I believe from where the token is, you can see at least one cave, so we should be drawn there.
Right, outside is nice to have in some of these caves. My race, I didn't have it until after I had beaten every cave, which sucked.
The walk of shame out of grave is always very fun, especially when bottom grave was empty.
Apparently Jeevens was the same as well. So Man is on track to pick up the token here.
And there it is on the first attempt.
Grave is just southwest of here, I believe.
Yes, both grave and swamp, but I don't know how much land there was around here. It wasn't that much, so I think we're going to see Man find it pretty quick.
Looks like Edge is pretty close to his count as well. Went north too far first, but seems to have figured it out. Should be in the next couple of steps here.
Kills a golem that is not the guard, but is the guard. Grabs his token. So I believe the only player that does not have the token so far is theamericandweem.
So Dweem unfortunately is diving grave. There's nothing down there that we know of. It could be the Death Necklace, which may turn out to be useful, but so far we don't need it.
The only player I think that has all the information now is Edge. I think Edge knows where the jerk is. If I remember well, he found him.
Oh, Dweem is going for Gwaelin. The bottom of grave was actually gold. And I think that's another magician on this spike.
Yep. So far both are magician. Dabbit's still looking for... Actually, I don't know what Dabbit is looking for. I don't think Dabbit ever found Hawksness.
Interesting. And Hawksness was fairly close to home. Not within sight, but fairly close at the same time. It's always tempting to fight a metal slime. And with speed hacks, it's a little bit better. But only giving 7 experience is not great.
There's Breckenary for Dabbit. That's not what he's looking for. Immediate Brexit. Dweem is having one hell. Oh no, the Spectre actually takes Dweem out. He's gonna have to go back home and try again for the princess.
try again, or will he try counting?
And Edge goes back to see the jerk. Edge is now grind and go. And now the question is, did Edge find a good zone for grinding?
So we know our zone is just southeast of home, but did Edge find that? I'm not sure. Looks like he's going to stick in the local area for now.
Also, an interesting decisions that all our players are going to have to take is, when do you go? Are you going to play it conservative and consider that the Dragon Lord can be a difficult fight, or do you want to go very early, get information, and know what you're looking at?
So considering Sherlock is not far from home, and I think Edge is doing the right thing here, it's short Sherlock. You walk in on the bottom floor. Go in, just check the treasury to see if the death necklace is there in case you do need it. And then go check that spike tile. That spike tile might be something very, or maybe not very easy, but easier. Goes down to a single hurt more or something like that and has a lot of experience. Or maybe some of the enemies in Sherlock are like that themselves. If nothing else, you go and try information. You see how hard the L1 is. You see if it has any abilities, and you see what you need to try to beat it. So then you can figure out what level you want to be at.
Although something right now, I don't think any of our players think they can defeat the Dragon Lord. The strength is a little bit lacking. I think that's really what is holding our players back right now. MP's pretty good, HP's pretty good, not Death Necklace good, but the strength is kind of awful.
Yeah, you're only doing, was it 1 to 2 damage here on the Dragon Lord, so not quite ready yet. However, if you get a sleep-heavy Dragon Lord, you can actually fairy water a fair amount of the HP out, assuming it has low HP. But really, it's the L1 you're worried about now. Go in and scope that and see what's going on.
Fairy water, torch. There's the Death Necklace. What's that one? It's the 50 chest, right?
Sure.
I have no idea. I've literally never seen the show
150.
that they're talking about. I don't think it aired here in Quebec, so...
Nor have I, but it's either the 50 or the 150, and based on a normal left-to-right distribution, I would say 50. So I believe Mand is down in that grind zone now, fighting the wizards. He has all the Erdrick's gear. Nope, still exploring.
I don't think Man has seen the jerk.
Ah, that could
Pretty
be.
sure he missed him. That's the only thing he's missing. Dabbit is going to finish Mountain and be a little bit sad. It's a little bit unlucky for Dabbit because if he had seen Hawksness, he would have a huge lead. Like, he has a lot of experience. Although Man kind of caught up to him. They're both at 5,600 right now.
Yep, Dweem and Edge are both around 4,000, so they're a little bit behind, but not an extreme amount with some of these enemies. Dabbit finds his staff.
Shaw looks a little bit annoying.
Does have the wizards though, and they were good experience.
I think the big problem is the Spectres. They have sleep, they have a lot of agility, and a lot of strength.
Dweem looks like he's counting now.
It's the first skeleton we've seen. Oh no! Survives 1 hurt more and 71 damage. Sleepable.
Very good on Edge to do that sleep. At least give your chance to get a heal more, because it hits you from 79 now.
no resist on the second sleep, so it's likely the resist to sleep is pretty low, but he keeps waking up.
Okay, gotta try the hurt more, see if it'll go down to a second one. It does
No!
not!
Oh, we have a spike. Oh, that's going to make things interesting. But that's good information for Edge. I think Edge is happy to know this before he starts grinding, because you want to know this.
Right, I would imagine he's gonna go straight to a grind now and try to find some good experience for a while.
That, or he goes straight back and he wants to see how many hurt mores he needs and see what DL1 has in store. I think both choices are sane and defensible.
Remember, these Magidrakes here might stay in the area.
This might be the same zone as the zone close to Garanum, except with deserts, so... Oh, he's gonna try the desert. Let's see if it's the same zone. Probably not.
There's a Jakima, which is not worth killing. I'll try this desert over to the left here.
Right back in Charlock Edge is going. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Dabbit has explored this part of the map before.
I think so. It's just missed Hoxness somewhere close.
That's the worst. Sometimes it's something really close that you think you've explored. Maybe you've mismapped in your notes somewhere, and you just can't figure out for the life of you, and it's really the last thing you go and check.
One thing I haven't seen in the tournament so far, and I haven't caught every race, is a one-tile gap to somewhere, which can really throw you off.
Yeah. There it is for Dabbit, he found it.
Alright, Edge is going to try grinding in the desert here in Charlock once those wizards.
Drakey. I think that's the first one we see a Drakey die. Not really worth it.
Flower, like a path that is only one tile wide and maybe hidden in the mountain somewhere, and if you take that one, it opens up into a big area.
I feel like the hardest one to actually notice are swamp one tile hidden in mountains.
Yeah, they're always hard to see.
I don't like the zone. The reason why I don't like the zone in Charlock is not because of the enemies you want to kill. The wizard and the werewolf are kind of good. It's the specter that's annoying. It looks like it has in the 200 agility, making it like pretty hard to run away from and sleep.
Yeah, it's not always about the enemies you want, it's about the enemies you want to avoid.
Right. As I'm saying this, immediately slipped.
Max agility!
Oh, 255. And a lot of strength, too. Like, it's not... And... Okay, it casts Hurt this time.
I mean, you can stop spell it, but Hurt is not what you're worried about. You're worried about it attacking you. It does have less than 50% sleep resist, so... That's a little bit of a plus.
It has no Hurt resist, though, so I'm surprised that he's not using Hurt more on it.
Oh, right, yeah. Even Hurt, honestly, could possibly take it out. A Hurt more definitely would.
There you go, you got him out. No, the Spectre is not the spike, it's a skeleton. skeleton is an enemy we luckily saw nowhere else.
I believe Man saw one early on, but it just took him out right away.
So hitting that Spectre is exactly as difficult as hitting a vanilla, a metal slime.
So still 81 experience. Yeah, you've got to try Hurt, probably, like Jacob was saying. Hurt is better than Hurt More in this case, because you're saving a lot of MP. Save your Hurt More for the werewolves and the wizards, because they're giving you more.
I do not believe I caught if Dweem has the token either. I'm sorry, Destiny.
We've got Dabbit and Mand grinding away, trying to hit level 17 before going any further. Edge now hits 16. I think he's going to keep going for a while. So, of course, our rules still apply for DL2. We're going to want around 130 plus AP to be able to do some decent damage. Something I have noticed in these Chaos Seeds is we usually end up with a bit more HP than we normally need. So Death Necklace has been used, I think, in every race I've seen, anyway.
I believe Dabbit is still looking for the jerk. Now the skeleton, we know the skeleton has more than 130 HP. But is it, if it's 4 hurt mores to kill a skeleton, well, that's going to get pretty interesting. Oh my goodness, there's the stats, 192 HP. That is, well, you could luck out, like it could roll with a little bit less HP, of course. So you could kill one with 3 hurt more, but you're not guaranteed to kill 1 in 3 hurt mores.
You want to put it to sleep first, in this case.
Yes, it has no sleep resist at all. Which is a little bit of mercy for our players, because if it didn't, you would need to have almost 150 HP to get through him, because he hits for 70.
So recap of the seed so far, we started with Harp. Armor and Sword were not too hard to get to. Sword was on top of Grave. Armor was on the Spike tile. You had to fight through a Magic River to get armor, but it was on a spike in the...
It was in Tablet Cave, actually. It was a Magic Wyvern under Tentacle.
Right. Token on the coordinates, not too far away. I don't think anyone's had an issue counting it, except for Dweem. Stones were in where? Stones were in
Hawksness.
Under a Magician. The Magician's been a little bit of a pain, but nothing too bad. So far, we've seen the Spike Tile in Sherlock is a skeleton that will not be easy to get through, and I don't think we've seen DL1 yet.
Man, I think, has bought a lot of Fairy Waters, and he's entering Sherlock with intentions of murder. Let's see if he's going to be able to, because I think the Skeletons has other ideas.
Correct. Death Necklace is here in the, what we're assuming is the $50 chest, because neither one of us have really seen the show.
This one, anyway. Let's go. That's the Death Necklace.
Everything's fairly close. I think if you had the power and the ability to get through that skeleton, you could sub-hour this easily.
In fact, 124 AP, if we have fairly weak Dragonlord 1 and Dragonlord 2, this is winnable.
Sure, especially if you can pull off a stop spell and they have sleep or hurt or something like that, or well, DL1. Sleep or heal, of course, on DL2. DL2 depends a lot on its max HP, because of course it won't use heal until it gets down below 25%. Edge is level 17 now. He's going for a heal. He's left Sherlock.
Well, that Spectre keeps punching. And man can't run away.
Spectre has max agility at 255.
Still hurt. And a punch for 28. Man has to go back home. Does not get to see the skeleton.
Spectre could possibly go down to a hurt. It will definitely go down to a hurt more. I believe it had 0 resist on hurt. But you're also wasting a hurt more when you need to go through a spike tile and deal 1 and deal 2.
This is the perfect enemy you would love to be able to repel. Sadly, it rolled a little bit too much strength, so... I think our only player that knows they have hurt vulnerable HP is Edge right now.
Right. I just thought you could throw a couple fairy waters at it too, and you have a chance of one-shotting it, or 2 for sure.
And man goes for round 2. Dweem checks for radishes.
Excellent.
They're fresh.
And cheap. But they have no tomatoes.
Yeah. Oh, is that the exact same tile man died to last time?
It could be.
It might be. That Spectre's on a mission.
Gets it to sleep, wow. Alright, here's our spike tile. It's a very, very big magician. Sorry, skeleton.
It doesn't have a lot of defense, though. Ooh, he survived that hit. Barely. Well, that's a gamble, and the skeleton sends him back home.
Right, so we're looking at 3 to 4 hurt mores to take out this skeleton. Sleep is the best option to try to get it. We saw Edge fight one earlier, who is currently fighting another one now, but it woke up every turn.
This one is staying asleep, though.
Yeah, but look at all the hurt mores he has waste. Gets through it. 212 experience, very nice.
It would almost be a good grind if it wasn't that powerful.
I mean, you normally don't go after anything that takes more than 2 hurt mores to take out. So this is our first sighting of DL1 here on Edge's screen. Let's see what happens. Going
Starts with the
death
death
necklace
necklace
right away, wow.
Hurt. Oh, that's good news. And quite squishy as well.
Yeah, this looks fairly vanilla, actually.
Fairly free.
Starts with the stop spell on DL2, has no effect, so we're not really sure if it has a spell or not. Gonna try a second one. There we go, blocks the spell, and it has sleep.
sleep.
Wow!
Oh.
Edge has an amazing chance to win this right now.
In fact, I think Hedge rates to win, even against a Dragon Lord that has 230 HP. And I don't know, I mean, it's already 3 sleep casts. This looks a lot like a 50% sleep Dragon Lord.
Yeah, Jacob was saying 0 chance he loses. Very, very close to 0 if nothing else. It depends on how often sleep is cast. He did have a lot of MP going in. He's got 92 defense. Yeah, it's pretty close to 0. And man got through that skeleton no problem at all this time and is about to fight DL1. Should be shortly behind Edge here.
He's going to assault with stop spell. So the danger is the period just before landings. Oh, the Dragon Lord's already down. We've got a pretty weak Dragon Lord here, and Edge is out, and he's going to be our winner for this race.
Flower counter 137. Wow.
Oh, man did not land. Oh, he awakes. Oh, he still might have a shot to throw
Has to
another
cast the heal
stop
more.
spell.
Goes for it and blocks it. Excellent, man. Should be able to get through this now.
And so Edge is going to be our winner tonight. Goes up to 6 points with this win. After having finished last in his first race, I'm sure he's going to feel very, very happy about this.
Oh, it's always amazing coming first, especially in League. Man, still having that sleep cast. Dragonlord 2 casting sleep an awful lot.
Yeah, it's gotta be 50%. And we are joined here by our winner tonight, Edge Talderon. Congratulations on your win. What are your thoughts about this scene?
Speechless.
Speechless. We have push to talk on. Maybe it's not activating.
Meanwhile, Dweem is rounding the corner and going to try to take out the Dragonlord.
And Man is coming back home. Talking to the king. GG in the chat. Man is going to be finishing in second place. I think Edge is going to try to come back. Small technical issues, I guess.
Man, meanwhile, finishes with a time of 55:09.
I believe here Dabbit is going to try to get level 18 before he goes. And Weem is going to meet the skeleton.
And the skeleton is going to say hi. With a lot of strength.
What I like is that all of our players, as soon as they saw the 70, they had a little pause and going like, what am I supposed to do with this? And that hurt more was not the solution. 83 damage. I believe Mr. Edge Talveron is back with us.
Okay, can we hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. GG, well done.
Thank you.
I believe we lost him again. Oh no.
No, I was saying that skeleton was dirty.
Oh yeah, I mean, it killed everyone.
I was like, okay, I could put him to sleep, and then that first initial, in there was, okay, let's just take a look, see what he's got, see what we can do with it. And then when he hit me for 77, I was like, oh no.
And then you survive multiple hurt mores, and you just go, oh, it's that kind of guy.
Dweem had just seen the skeleton, died there, went back and picked up a silver shield.
That's a good idea. I mean, if you want to know, the skeleton rolled 192 HP.
Yikes. Well, I mean, let's just count the amount of enemies that I was only doing 1 damage to the whole time.
Magician.
Spectre.
The Spectre, if you need to know, rolled max agility, 255.
The fact that I was running away from him kind of now makes sense. But yeah, no, hitting 1 on him, 1 on the Magician, 1 on a couple of other monsters early. It was just like, and this is going to be fun.
Yeah, the Wizard also had pretty high agility, but was worth a lot of experience, so...
Yeah, that was my favorite. 1 hurt more than those were toasty.
Actually, they were more vulnerable to regular hurt than the Spectres. They rolled with 13 HP, the Spectres rolled with 15 HP.
Oh my goodness, I could have been using hurt that whole time. Oh!
Yep.
It's hard to know that when you know it'll go down to a hurt more, you never want to go down and try hurt. Because you just know that hurt more is going to work anyway.
Right.
Oh yeah, no, that was my my big one was I don't want to try it, but when he was 50% hurt more, yeah, that's not too bad. That makes sense. I mean, it was super nice watching him kind of play out like he did. And when I hit the first one with hurt more, I was like, this is grindable. I hope it's in Charlock.
And it turned out well. Dweem just got hit for 82 by that skeleton. Wow.
Yeah, you buy a silver shield, you're at the end of the game, you have 92 defense. You don't think, oh, I'm gonna get hit for 80, but no, that skeleton has other ideas.
So did Man pull the same thing and use the death necklace, or did he just rock out with the 124?
No death necklace for Man. But he had a lot of fairy waters that he absolutely obliterated the Dragon Lord. It was an easy Dragon Lord 1 and 2, like pretty squishy. The end boss was a skeleton, no question.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Now I was kind of worried when I had to use the hurt more the second time. I was like, oh, this is going to be rough. And then when he's just repeatedly started throwing sleep, I was like, let's go!
Yeah, Mand did not manage to land a stop spell before he got slept by the Dragon Lord, but he managed to wake up and actually landed the stop spell and got through. That was a little bit sketchy. Dabbit, for the first time, is going to meet our good friend the skeleton.
And Dweem is going back for try number 3. The skeleton attacks for 79, and Dabbit runs away.
It's not a bad decision. I think he's going to try for sleep immediately.
Nope, all that attack. And gets... Wow, perfect bid. 73.
It's typed.
Yeah, that skeleton is the MVP of the night, I'm telling you. No, and it was rough, like seeing some of these things that either, like you said, rolled extremely high agility, or just watching and seeing how some of this played out with its attack power early or even mid game. It was a little rough, not finding much, and then of course the armor being underneath the castle was super helpful.
Yeah, I think everybody kind of found the armor pretty quickly, or found the magic wyvern and got sent back home, and then came back once they got hurt more. The sword, I think, is the last key item most players got after doing the count. The grave was a little bit out of the way.
Yeah, I was glad I didn't try. I didn't make the decision to deep dive grave. I was like, well, I'll check the castle for death necklace. If it's not there, then we'll try something. I'm just glad it was there in the in grave, or I think the sword was in grave.
Sword was third chest in grave, yeah.
Yeah, like I said,
gold sword.
I was tempting the deep dive, but I was like, if all I've got left is the search spot and Cole come up empty, with what I was looking for, then this is probably not going to be the play. So finding Cantlin and getting those coordinates, I was like, yep, good call.
Dabbit gets defeated again. Our players, I don't think it's a fight you have a good chance of winning without using sleep. Although
Dweem gets through.
Dweem makes me lie here and gets through.
Hits level 18 on the spike. Doesn't get a whole lot to help him, but 76 MP against a Dragon Lord that was heavy on sleep, this might be doable.
Yeah, I think he's fine. He has the death necklace, I believe.
And of course, this is always the scary part. Seeing the DL1 when he hit me with hurt right off jump, I was like, "Ooh, this is tasty." And then 2 hitting the Dragon Lord 1 was nice. Like I said, landing that and then seeing him use sleep, I was kind of happy that the DL2 was kind of a nice, soft, squishy target.
Ooh, back attack.
We immediately get slipped, but wakes up.
No,
Edge, I approve.
Stealth spell does not land.
Oh, wow.
Gets attacked.
Edge, I very much approve going into Charlock to look for Death Necklace right away and scout everything out.
Yeah, and I went in there a little early, but I was like, maybe something will be in here with some experience. Maybe the spike tile will be some experience, and it unfortunately didn't play out that way. But it did. The wizards being in there, the The werewolves for 86 wasn't bad, and then throwing the 2 hurts onto a specter wasn't terrible either. So it made it worth the grind in there instead of trying to find something on the overworld tile. Magidrakis were nice, but they were just I only found it in one area. It was just a couple of fluke shots, I think.
If you look at the stream, Dabbit found the best zone in the game. Blue Dragon, Wizards, and Magidrakis were right next to Garanum.
Nice zone then, because I couldn't seem to find it.
However, his big problem is he spent a lot of time trying to find Hawksness and the Jerk, and he had a big lead in experience for a while, sadly. It's exploration luck that... He was actually the first person to find the token, actually.
Dweem is getting a lot of small attacks, 7, 8, and 9, but the Dragonlord is using a lot of sleep.
I don't believe we've seen how much HP the Dragonlord rolled, right?
No, I haven't brought it up yet. I think we had a count of 137 for Edge.
Well, at least as far as Dweem is concerned, the Dragonlord has 0 HP, defeats him, and he's going to go back home. 3rd place for the American Dweem. GG in the chat. Well done. With an official time of 1 hour, 4 minutes, and 45 seconds.
And knowing David, he is going to finish this. He's just one of those competitors that it's not going to get him down. He wants to continue, and I love that about some of these guys that we race against. It's, you know, all or nothing unless you are really behind. Then it's like, well, I gave it my best.
Yeah, I mean, he's a skeleton away from doing it. We know level 18 is plenty enough to defeat the Dragonlord. I think we're all rooting for him to actually get through that monster. But yeah, other than the skeleton, it was kind of an average seed in general.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there was an enemy that really stood out. You know, early game, everything was pretty squishy and killable, especially if you could get out of the castle and get that broadsword. It was pretty nice.
You know, the only thing is maybe Zone 0 was not very rich in experience. Sometimes you luck out and you get the Zone 0 that gives you a lot of experience. Here it was 17 experience, 33 experience, 36 experience for the monsters you could kill early. And we are joined in by our 3rd place finisher, the American Dweem. GG, well played. What are your thoughts of this seed?
Speechless as well, because you're muted. By the way, Mand will not be joining us. He went for sleep. But said GG in the chat.
Talking about sleep, that's what sillydabbit is now doing with the skeleton. Has landed sleep, it just woke up again. And that's the kill. sillydabbit is through.
Assuming he doesn't get slept and wrecked by the Dragonlord, they should be fairly good. He's got 97 MP, that's more than enough. Can you hear me now, Dweem? Nope.
No.
He might not have his push to talk on either.
Ooh, sillydabbit also gets back attack and slept. Wakes up.
Try the stop spell first, you can survive 50. There we go.
And he lands it. He should be home free now. I believe he's equipped a dead necklace. Yes.
Still going for the fairy water.
Yeah, I think after seeing all 4 of our players on the Dragon Lord, we can confirm this is a 50% slate Dragon Lord.
And there's Dweem. He might have his push to talk off now because I see him not muted this time.
I believe I've heard him. A little bit faint.
I heard him come on. I very, very low heard there.
And David defeats the Dragon Lord and is going to be our 4th player to finish. However, lots of courage, didn't give up even with, I think, probably the worst exploration luck of our players today. It did find a grind, it did play well, he had some struggle with a skeleton, but he manages to finish with an official time of 1 hour, 9 minutes, 35 seconds. So GG's in the chat for David. He deserves it.
No, you all do. You all deserve this. This was a very good run from all of you, honestly. That skeleton was pretty much the only thing that held anyone up.
My question is, was he the dirtiest chaos enemy we've seen so far?
Might be. The thing is, skeletons don't have any skills, really. So, if it had been, say, a red dragon with these stats, that could have been pretty interesting. And a high stop spell resist. But I don't think I've seen much of, at least a spike. I don't think we've seen stronger spikes so far in the week 2.
Dweem said GG in Winter League chat there. He's going to try one more time, I think, and David is going to jump in as well.
And there they are, GG to Dweem and Silly Dabbit. What are your opinions on the seed?
Everyone's so speechless tonight, although we just saw Dweem light up.
There I am. Aha. Map
There he is.
What was that spike tile? Good gracious. How many hit points did a skeleton have?
192.
Yeah, that's quite a bit. But, I mean, hey, I powered through it. That's all I could say.
60 more than the actual Dragon Lord. So
Yeah, I was kind of banking on the Dragon Lord spamming either heal or sleep or something, so trying to spam the stop spell, and hopefully he would just, kept doing that instead of attacking. And just it was a gamble.
yeah, that back attack sleep was a little bit scary as well.
That's par for the course for me. It feels like every seed I have practiced up until this point, he would spam. He would back attack and then sleep immediately. So that was kind of the whole stop spell thing. But I'll ask GG to everybody else.
GG's to you too there, Dweem. Well done, man.
GG's, everybody.
Oh, hello, Dabbit. GG's.
Yeah, that one was a little unfortunate. The map boss finally got me in a race, and it's been a long time looking for that jerk cave that I must have seen counting the coordinates and just didn't mark down or something along those lines.
No, I don't think you've seen it at all. The thing is, yeah, we're talking about it. You found the best zone in the game. You're the only one that found the zone southeast of Garinham, and you had a massive experience lead. But then you were slowed down. I think you didn't find Hawksness until pretty late, even though it was kind of close to home. And then looking for the jerk is really what slowed you down.
Yeah, definitely. I felt really good about the start and most of the exploration up until Hawksnest and Jerk Cave. And then at that point, you start seeing people finish, and threw myself at the skeleton without thinking, oh yeah, duh, try to sleep in. So it goes though, GG's to everybody.
Yeah, GG's, Dabbit. Well done, man.
Well, I believe right now we have the schedule for the rest of week 2 in the Winter League. Tonight there was a game at 9:30. I don't know if it's over.
It's
Or-
not over. I'm not sure if it's still live. We may be having a bit of a restreaming issue with it. But we're going to check in with RPG Limit Break shortly.
As far as it goes tomorrow, the first race, I don't know if you want to watch this. There's a player in there. I don't know if you want to watch him. Hootie Tushu, Rai Guy, Old Vampire Lady, and some guy called Ziggy is going to be playing at 6 p.m. At 7 p.m., we're going to have Zarnax, Opti, and Pav. And at 8 p.m., we're going to have Centroid, RG365, and Juef playing. So 3 races tomorrow evening. I think people are playing us the other races live. So I think that's where we're going to be going after this.
Correct, that is. So yeah, 3 of our remaining 6 races will be tomorrow. 1 on Friday and 2 on Saturday, I believe. Sunday is some kind of super owl or something like that. So we're probably not going to see any races then. We may throw the groups live after all the races get done on Saturday evening. Maybe it'll be Sunday morning. I'm not sure. Of course, week 3 is a placing round. So groups will be figured out by the system automatically. Once everyone's done, we'll throw it in there. We do have a race to be vodcast, though, at some point. We got the final VOD for that today, so that should be at some point through the week, probably earlier Friday. Depends on restreaming availability. So once all the races are done, we will throw the groups live for week 3, even if it is a little bit earlier than Sunday.
Well, was there any final thoughts by our players about the seed, about what happened today, about the rest of the tournament?
As always, thanks to everybody here in the broadcast booth, behind the scenes, the staff and admin putting this together. Glad we could have a platform to put this race on. GG's and congratulations to my competitors as well. And, just glad to see you guys are able to get us on and doing this.
Yeah, echo those same thoughts. Thanks everybody for putting in their precious time to put these races on. We definitely appreciate it.
All right, with that, we are going to send it over to RPG Limit Break to watch the race between Nimenva, Adam Raptor, Sausage Link, and Aaron. They're at level 24, and only one of them is in Sherlock, so that's interesting. Let's go have a look and cheer everyone on. Myself, good night all.